Let me through. Oh. Steel grow. I like how there's like 4 people in front of me, but for whatever reason, it's still me that's getting aggroed by her. That's insane. Like, why? Why is that how it works? I just don't get it. I don't get it.
It's no use. We're overrun. Go on. I'll only slow you down. Come on, man.
I like how now that I have max essence harvest or whatever it's called, the purple orbs that come off their bodies are bigger too. Oh, that just insta-killed him. I did not need to do anything more than that. I see. Oh, dang. All of them are with us this time. Oh my.
Worse than wrong. Crack 10. Worse than wrong.
I feel like my homing attacks are just like spinning all over the fucking place. Like, come on,
That'll
bro.
show 'em.
There's loot here. Oh, that's it. I leveled up to... Oh, I forgot. I've got this now. I can bring in... Oh, I've got to try that. I wonder what the cooldown is. I think I can check. It's in my godlike's abilities. Wodika's call. Only a 60-second cooldown. I thought it'd be more. I bring forth a Megfolk ally. That's sick. But I have 1 point. I'm gonna put it in Blast of Frost. Did I get an attribute point? No.
What was that bounty?
We made it. We're in Paradis.
Be safe.
Let's finish this.
Worse than wrong.
Oh, it missed.
Be safe. Be your sake.
No point in wasting bullets. Don't worry about the eastern gate. I'll protect your back.
Oh, you're gonna stay back, Kai? With Paradis militia sharpshooter that is seemingly making rude gestures towards my companion.
What are you doing?
Oh, Juliana. What do you mean, what am I doing?
Be your sake. Love be your sake.
There, I got him.
Watch yourselves.
Lava will be your sake.
That's pretty good. I'm glad I maxed that out. Probably should have done that earlier. I didn't realize it'd be that strong.
Envoy
Oh,
over
hi.
here.
What?
What exactly do you think you're doing? You nearly died in my clinic. Correction, you did die. And now look at you, fighting the steel garrote. What have you got to say for yourself?
Nice to see you too.
Well, at least you're alive. Try and keep it that way. We're patching up folks as best we can, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. War is a damn bloody mess.
I'll let you get back to work.
Wait a second. Jada? Jada Castell? What are you doing in the middle of this?
Surviving. It's good to see you, Liviana. Unfortunately, we're on a tight schedule. Do you need anything? Money? Supplies?
Once this is over, I could always use another pair of hands at the clinic. The invitation's still open.
As you're always quick to remind me, but I must consider my options. I hope that isn't a problem.
Take all the time you need. The clinic isn't going anywhere. Gods be with you, Envoy. For my sake, try not to die a second time.
Come on. You know this. You practiced with Uncle Capo 100 times. Tight? Not too tight.
Seemed like kind of
Don't
a
wanna cut off the blood flow.
pointless bit of dialogue. Was that supposed to make me sentimental about my times in Paradis before the war? Honestly, oh, shit. I feel like they tore this place up a little too much. It's almost hard to recognize. Like, I don't know where the fuck I am.
Envoy!
These guys are just tanky, but
I can take care of the plaza.
they're not very strong.
That's all of them.
So Yatzli is gonna stay here. Okay, now this place kind of reminds me of, think about Skyrim, the very beginning when the dragon comes, lights Helgen keep on fire, and it's like chaos. I feel like they did a better job of showing a chaotic place than this. Like that felt more like war.
Stand against her and fall.
It's just kind of
Get ready.
little
Skeleton
lackluster
ladies up
to me.
ahead. This is it, envoy.
I don't know.
The only part that matters.
Wait, we're in the embassy right now? Oh, this was the main square. That's where I got shot from. That's where I... See, it's like so unrecognizable. It doesn't look like the embassy. But that is the front gate that I can recognize, and that's where I died. Ludwig.
There
Hello.
you are.
You should be glad I did what I said I would.
You survived the garden. Did you come all this way just to try your luck again? To kill me more efficiently than last time?
You've died twice by my count. Maybe a third time's a charm.
You'll get your chance. Look around, envoy. Heelguard should have listened. He tried to bring order through compromise. He failed. Order is meant to be imposed by a stern, guiding hand.
The living lands will be in Aedyr grave room.
Heelguard is a fool if he thinks half measures will save the island. When this is over, I'll instruct him, personally. As for you, Sapadal may be gone, but their offspring remains. And I cannot suffer even a remnant to live. Congratulations on being the last of your kind.
She doesn't seriously have anything to say about, like, oh, you did actually kill Sapadal. I'm surprised. Like, no.
I'm merely finishing what you started. Steel yourself, envoy.
This is lame.
My fate keeps me...
There's no coming back this time.
You show such promise, Envoy.
For a shame it has got company!
10!
Take her down!
Lava will be on seek! Seek!
She's like immune to frost or something. Oh, there we go.
10! Whoa!
What's happening? Oh. She healed.
Whack 10!
guy fucking squatted.
Whack 10!
You won't get through.
Whack 10!
Ow. Damn. Oh, I did freeze her.
Gather round.
Somebody do something. Oh. Where is it? Where's my thing? I can't get my spells off.
Lava beyond sick! Worse than rock!
What the? Okay, round 3 coming. Oh shit.
Beyond sick! Whack 10! Seek!
Oh, there we go.
Lava beyond sick! Whack 10! Whack 10!
Oh,
Whack 10!
what? Where's my ice thing?
Lava beyond sick!
Oh my god, dude, come on.
Little! Whack 10! Whack 10! Lava beyond sick! Whack 10! Be sick! Lava will be on sick! Worse than lava!
Okay. Took a couple rounds.
Wherever Ludwine is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
She's done. But we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it. Together. Gods, you're all gonna make me sick. But carry on.
Silence falls over Paradis.
as though the city is holding its breath. Then you hear it, the ringing of a distant bell, the waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. There is an absence in your thoughts where Sapadal dwelled. Once, the god of the living lands would have flinched at this rare moment of tranquility. Instead, they are one with the silence. The Paradis militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them in their hour of need. Whatever happens next, you have won their confidence. You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores on a simple errand, which turned out to be anything but simple. The Dream Scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers about the source of the affliction. You tell them the truth, how the origin of the plague has been destroyed, put out of its misery, and leave it at that. With your guidance, the Living Lands becomes a vassal of the Aedyran Empire. In exchange for their taxes and soldiers, the free settlements are protected from future attacks. The fight for survival is over. The rebels of Paradis come to learn that resistance is futile. After the assassin Egwulf died in custody, many of his worst fears about the Empire are confirmed. Some of his people splinter off, while others abandon the fight entirely. Their alliance is never the same. The refugees of Emerald Stair find a cold welcome in the city of Paradis. Animancy is frowned upon, but their knowledge of agriculture is highly valued. The first bountiful harvest improves relations. The ashes of Fior Messiverno continue to smolder. Scavengers avoid the ruins, fearful of spirits unleashed by animancy gone awry. The once promising city is nothing but a cautionary tale. Though Aedyr has promised that the Living Lands will retain their autonomy, not everyone in Shatterscarp trusts the Empire. But many Aedyran ships sail into the Grave Room's ports, bearing fine linens and aged wines. These ease the painful memory of the day Reengrim culled their people. After the Living Lands is declared a vassal of Aedyr, Solace Keep reluctantly opens the doors of its fortress, though not before numerous missives are sent to Mihala demanding the Grave Room be honored. Her reluctance costs the dwarves. The Pargrunen are never favored in trade negotiations, and are the last to be supplied by Aedyran caravans. But the Wardens have rounder bellies than anyone can remember. As the din of battle fades, and the dust settles in Paradis, Kai finds himself alone again. He longs to enjoy the camaraderie that follows a skirmish, but something is missing. The songs ring hollow in his chest, and the drink lands dry in his throat. He packs what little he has and makes for the coast. He doesn't know where he will go, only that his time in the Living Lands is through. There was a lifeline here, but he never quite grasped it. He will drift. With his travels alongside the envoy complete, Marius is left directionless once again. Rather than disappearing into his cups, however, Marius leans on his time among his companions to give him the strength to re-enter society and find comfort in civilization. He establishes a route between Paradis and Thirdborn, guiding travelers between the two in return for money and supplies. And while he has a reputation for being aloof, he joins the campfires from time to time, sharing stories of his time with the envoy that most travelers believe are completely made up. Giada learned much in your time together. How to stand up to authority, how to face the unknown, and how to move on from the past. But her family's unfinished work weighs heavily on her soul. Her inheritance is the burden of achieving the impossible. Such is the life of an animancer. At least now she has the right tools for the job, and new friends to help her through hard times. No longer under the threat of imminent death, Yardsley returns to the Animancers. Reunited with her beloved Quilici, she helps him and the Animancers as they put their lives together after the attack on Fior Messiverno. Eventually, she even has something nice to say to Vidaro. As the days pass in contentment and relative peace, Yardsley is struck by the persistent feeling that something is missing. Though she still devotes herself to her studies of both the arcane and the godless, the restlessness never goes away. Alone in your thoughts, you feel endless opportunities stretching out before you. This is the freedom Sapadal never had. You promise to cherish it. The sounds of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with open arms. You take a moment to catch your breath and savor it, because everything is about to change.
And that's the end? Let's see if there's any after credit stuff. Nope. That's it. Sometimes the music can get loud. What happens if I push continue, actually? Oh, we're just back here. Okay. Well. Let's talk about the game then. Kind of annoys you. Let's go back to the main menu, actually. That was probably the best. I don't know. I didn't love the game. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan. The combat I liked. I liked the combat. I thought the spells they designed for this game in particular were very good. And that is kind of the main part of the game that intrigued me, that I thought could be good. That's why I wanted to play a mage from the start, because I saw some of those spells that they had in the trailers and whatnot and thought, Spellcaster looks kind of like a cool way to go in this game, and it was. If not for weird aggro mechanics, where just I always have a billion enemies just swarming me, even though nothing's on my allies. Even when I had Kai, who has taunts, stuns, they just affects him for so little time. The story was pretty... I didn't hate it. I've heard people say bad things about it. I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was that good either. And I felt like there were a lot of times where I couldn't take a choice that I thought would be the good choice, and I didn't think it was like that ridiculous of a thing to be able to do. You know, I feel like the freedoms they gave you were too narrow. I feel like it was kind of similar to Outer Worlds in how I feel about this game, and I didn't like Outer Worlds. This game, at least I like the setting a bit more, but there were also a lot of mechanical ways where I feel like this game was worse, so it kind of balances out. Yeah, I don't know. I think they could have done a lot better with this game. There wasn't really anything super impressive, and overall, just a very, very whatever game. But I don't think it was bad. I think a lot of the complaints are incorrect. Like, I think the biggest one I heard going into this was like, woke game devs back at it again. There was nothing about this game that was woke, except for literally just the very beginning in character customization, having a they pronoun, or just selecting your pronoun, I guess. That was the only thing that you could consider was woke in this game, I feel like. Maybe you could say the art style was a little more colorful, more vibrant, more contrasty, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. It's just not as much for me. You know, I think a lot of people like me like the more gritty nature of, like, I mean, with this game, obviously, it gets compared to Skyrim a lot. It has a more nuanced, not drab, but like, it's toned down. It's not as colorful. It's got a good theme to it. Like, and I guess part of this game was the idea that Sappadal is like this chaotic god, and the colors and the land is meant to represent that chaos as well. So that kind of is the theme, that it's all over the place. But it's just not that appealing. So, you know, games can paint chaos in different ways, and this is how they thought would be a unique approach to it. But it like I said, it wasn't that appealing. Enemy types were pretty good, I felt like. I did see posts of people complaining about that, but I feel like that's completely wrong. I feel like there were a lot of different enemies with different moves. How I ended up approaching the fights is a different story. Felt like you do the same thing every fight. Focus the healer, then focus like the ranged people, and then, you know. But that is in between me. I was so frustrated for this whole game, like just running in circles every fight. Like I could not just stand and cast spells like I thought I would be doing as a spellcaster, which I know is somewhat my fault because I've seen clips of people playing like a shotgun build and just like standing, boom, reload, boom, hit, and I'm just like, how are you just allowed to stand there? Whenever I play the game, there's 5 enemies in my face and I can't do shit. So I don't know. There's some user error on my part there. I'm not the best at games, but it was frustrating to me. Yeah. So I think I enjoyed it, but I think overall, like, this was like a worse game than Outer Worlds, and I didn't think that was that good either. I think I gave it like a 6 out of 10, and I feel like in terms of enjoyment, this game was a 7 out of 10 for me, but as a game as a whole, it's probably also a 6. It just like, and after this, I was avoiding it, but there are some of those comparison videos. I think the Oblivion one got a lot of attention. I never watched that. I'm probably going to go watch that now. I also want to watch some of the videos on like alternative endings and what decisions in the game change things. Because there were a lot of moments where I felt like I should be able to change things, but I didn't have the option. I also felt like this game did a really bad job of like you seeing the results of your actions. Like you'd have dialogue where somebody would like you or they wouldn't like you, but I didn't feel like there were enough times where it's like I did this and now I go out in the world and oh, I see this because of that thing I did. Oh my god. You know, and I think that's a big part of games like these, is you want to see your actions having impact on the world. It kind of connects you to the world rather than you're just playing through it. I think that's a big thing for me. But I think that's about all I have. I'm surprised I didn't think I was going to play through the whole game at the start, but I ended up having a pretty good time. But I'm kind of glad I'm done with it too. I'm ready to play something better. So anyway, that's about it. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you want to support the channel more, make sure to subscribe if you haven't and like all the videos. And it really helps. But otherwise, again, thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next video.